Hi everyone, welcome back once again in this Flutter GetX tutorial series, and in the previous video we have seen why it is important to use state management. In the previous video we were updating our text. In case of that we were reloading our build again and again. We will overcome from this problem in this video because we will be using here state management with the help of GetX. Here we will reload that particular widget which we wants to reload. We will not reload whole build function. So without wasting any time, let's jump into the code right after this intro. This is our previous code. So let's remove these things. This is floating action button. This we require because on tap of this we will update our counter. Previously our build function was reloading whenever we were pressing floating action button, but here by using state management we will reload this particular widget only. So let's create one Dart file. Actually we need to create one controller class. Let's name it counter controller. And it will extends GetX controller. Now here we will define one data type. GetX itself contains all the data types. So for using GetX data type, we need to use rx int. You can see all the data types available here: boolean, integer, list, map. Here we want integer. So that's why I'm taking here rx int. And let's initialize it with 1, but here it is giving error. We need to use here .obs, means observer. Why? Because it will continuously check if there is any change or something like that. According to that it will update our widget. Now after that let's create one function which will increment our counter. And here for using GetX data type, whatever we have declared here, we will have to use data type name dot value, and we want to increase it, so ++. Also we will print and check the value in our console. So till now we have created our controller class, but we want to link this to our UI. So let's go to home screen. So here for using our controller, we need to call our controller class here. So final counter controller, let's name it controller get dot we use put, and here it is asking for dependency. So inside this we pass our counter controller. This is also called dependency injection. Till now if you will run your application, then you will get to know that our controller will be initialized and you will get the information in the console. So let's run this. So here you can see our controller has been created and it is initialized because of this line. So before using controller we must have to initialize. Now let's remove this integer, it is not needed now. And here we can call controller dot counter dot toString. Also inside our floating action button, let's add increment function, increment counter function. Let's save. Now let's run this, but still it will not work. And if you will see the console, it is updating here. Why? Because of in controller, this is the increment controller function that I'm calling. So every time it is executing and it is increasing the value of counter, and because of this OBS it is observing that the value of counter is increasing, but for reflecting it in our UI we need listener. So here in our UI we need to use listener so that the changed variable will be visible in our UI. So for that we need to wrap this text widget with obx function. So for that let's copy this text widget and let's call this obx and create one return function inside this. Let's type here return text and paste your widget here and add semicolon at the last. Let's save this. Now if I will tap on this, it will get updated and we are not using any set state, so our build function is also not reloading again and again as it was reloading in our previous video. So that's the power of state management with the help of GetX. This is how we can increase efficiency of our application, because if you will see here there are text widget, center widget, floating action, button widget, app bar, scaffold, but it is not reloading again and again just because of using obx. Now let's inside this build function I'm printing same thing so that you can understand that it is reloading again or not. Let's run this on the console. You can see for the first time it has printed. Now if I will tap on this, only the value is printing which is inside this text widget and no any other widget is reloading. So this is how we can enhance the performance or of our application. How it is happening? Because of connection between this obx and this obs observable. Let's create another variable to check whether we can use normal Flutter declared data types or not. So let's take it here, int x equal to 15. It is possible, but it will not update because there is no connection between this variable and this obx. So for making connection we need to use, and again it is giving error because value of rx int can't be assigned to variable type int. This is from GetX and this is from Flutter. That is why it is not assigning into different data type variable. Now if I will type here now and remove this, now it will take. So same as for string, same as for list, map, whatever data type you want to declare and you want to listen in the UI, you can create here. Also, if you don't want to use this return function, obviously you can use arrow function for that. So let's copy this arrow function, remove the semicolon. Like this also you can call. So this was the simple small example for using state management with the help of GetX. I hope that you must have learned something new. If you do, then share it with your friends, and there are a lot more to come in future. So yes, that's it for now. Hope to see you next time in our next video. Bye for now.